Hi, I'm Jim Riley. Welcome to Hometown Spotlight. Today we're in Catskill at the Cus D Boxing Gym. This is a great program. We're awfully excited about what's taking place inside. We're going to get a little bit of the history from Billy White. We're going to meet a young pro who's doing great job out there in the boxing arena. And we're going to talk about their future and maybe even about how you can help them in developing some support for this wonderful program. Come on inside, we'll take a look. My producers said they want to remind you, this is Hometown Spotlight. I'm here with an old pal of mine, Billy White. Thanks so much, Billy.
You're the best.
Thanks. Great being with you.
Best.
Now, we want to talk to you about history of this club because you've been here from day one. Give us a little retrospective on the gym, and Cus and the history.
Sure. Not from day one, but came in '76, and you know, you're a 16-year-old kid, and you learn under a genius of a man.
Oh, he was. Cus was, if anything, a genius.
And as a 16-year-old, you don't recognize or realize that until, you know, it filters in.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
But the genius of that man is incredible. And here we are 30 years later.
And we're here, and the aura of Cus is still here, isn't it?
Unbelievably. With the Willie, as you just heard, his voice is here, rings throughout the walls. And this is hollow ground to me.
Yeah.
And I think it should be. I have to choke back tears.
Yeah.
Because I call it the house that Cus built, like Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built.
Yeah.
And like a Yankee organization, Kyle is now here to run it.
Right.
Like the Yankees are run, he's going to start running Cus D.
Yeah, and I think Kyle Lyle is, and we talked before many times, about what it takes for a community to be successful and supporting an operation. And so we need guys like Kyle Lyle to carry the ball for us, keep things going. So you've been here since '76. You were a boxer yourself.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your history.
0-38. I'm only kidding.
No.
Can I joke? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can. No, joking is good. Because if we're serious, I don't think they stay with us very long.
I always joke and say I was knocked out 37 times, and the last time I was saved by the bell.
Now we like. But
in all seriousness,
weight class were you?
I started at 118. I was one of the littlest kids in school. And,
I remember because I've known you since then.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends always say to me, yeah, of all the people that stayed with it, you did. And you were a little guy and you grew into this. But I had to do something to protect myself.
Yeah.
You know?
When you're little, you know, you got to have. What I like is Cus taught you not to fight. By being in shape and being ready, you didn't have to. Right?
That's correct. My brother is the reason we're here. Jeff had a fight in junior high in the hallway, and he said he never had a better feeling in his body consume him.
Right.
The principal said, you have to go to Cus. So my father took us here, and I didn't want my little brother to beat my butt in.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
The rest is, you know, we're here.
But I think also when you look at fighters and the whole fight game, you have to be a person who's competitive or you're not going to last.
Of course. Yeah. Exactly. It's all about the main thing in boxing. You know, baseball, you can play baseball, you can play basketball, but you can't play boxing.
No.
Very dangerous sport.
Yeah, and I think people really need to know this too. The whole aura of Cus still being here is it's about character development, and besides boxing, your life and where your life is going.
He always said life is boxing, boxing is life.
Yeah.
And for instance, a few minutes ago, Alvin was jumping rope in the ring. Bo said, watch your back, because the rope would hit the back strand. And I said, yeah, boxing's life, life is boxing, watch your back.
Yeah.
No, it's just an old saying, you get knocked down, you get back up.
Yeah.
So it all came together with that.
So you were through the whole Mike Tyson era, you were involved in all of those experiences. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to be the sports editor of the Daily Mail at the time.
That's right, I remember that well.
A writer and a fighter at the time. I was a teammate, and so just all gelled, and it's just another lifetime. But yes, to grow up with Cus was as a father figure. Yes, I had my own father, but he was a father to all his boys.
He was, wasn't he?
Oh,
yeah.
To this day, 30 years later, there's a group of 4 or 5 of us that get together all the time, and it's wonderful. It's
never goes
amazing.
away. It stays with you forever.
We're all brothers.
Now, how did you get excited now? Because you're looking at your fighter. Tell us his name.
Alvin Varmall Jr.,
And
LaPlace, Louisiana.
we looked at him, and first of all, he's a very powerful figure.
Yes.
I mean, that goes without saying.
Yes.
But what I noticed, he was ready with a smile.
Yeah.
He knows who he is. He's happy with who he is. That's
Yes.
very important, isn't it?
He's got $1 million smile. I tell him to use it more.
Yeah.
He'll end up on a Wheaties box.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
It's really
correct,
true,
because you saw it happen here before. Cus's philosophy is a program of sorts, if you will, where you take that philosophy in 56, okay? Floyd Patterson, November 30th, 1956, he stopped Archie Moore in the 5th round in Chicago. 30 years later, November 22nd, 86 in Vegas, Randy Freed was there. We climbed the roof afterwards. We were on the top of the Las Vegas Hilton afterwards. You're on top of the world.
Right.
Mike knocked out Berbick.
Right.
30 years later. Next year, November, is 30 years. Next year, you watch where he is.
What I liked about him is because I always feel you have to be more than what you do. You know what I mean? To
Sure.
be a great fighter is one thing, but to be
Yeah.
a great human being is
Yes.
another. That's what Cus
Great
taught.
character, yes.
Yeah.
Alvin has great character. Was
Very
the first
special.
thing I picked up on. Cus taught us to judge character.
Yeah.
You know what you're up against when you walk on the streets.
Yes.
And that's just life. Life is boxing, boxing's life. That kid had the $1 million smile, greeted us. We met down in Florida. Let me tell you, character galore. And you can't say more than that. Cus, I feel he's heaven sent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, because I'm not in this business, so when I come in here, this whole environment is foreign to me.
Sure.
He walked up, he was pleased to meet me,
Yeah.
pleased to share.
Great kid.
I mean, that's
Great
something
kid.
that's a real hallmark of character.
You said
and
it
he's
all.
got that for sure.
Yes, he does.
All right,
Wonderful kid.
give us some of your philosophy and what you see going forward here with the gym.
Well, my philosophy is Cus's philosophy. I follow his philosophy to the nth power. I try to do my best, but what I know, what he knew in his pinky, is all and more,
Yeah.
And I just try to follow the format, the psychology, 80% mental, 20% physical. People don't realize that boxing can be that, and it's rather intriguing because everybody thinks you got to be big and strong,
Right.
and it's just the opposite. We want flexibility, we want the ability. You see the moves he made, very. It's all form, and it's all Cus's form. When you take that form to speed, the power comes. When we work, I don't care about his speed and his power. I want form. When he gives us that form, that offense comes off Cus's defense.
Right.
And it leads to bigger and better things. He doesn't just win. Cus always said you win sensationally.
Yeah.
And you're going to see that.
Yeah, because I think he's got power.
Oh.
He's got speed. You know that's a given.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he wouldn't even be in this environment.
Exactly.
So it is that structure that's going to
Wonderful.
get him to where he needs to be.
It's unbelievable. And we're letting the media make the comparisons to Tyson. He's not Floyd Patterson. He's not Jose Torres. But yes, he's built in stature and he punches like Mike. So they're going to make the comparisons.
Right.
But we want Alvin Varmall to be Alvin Varmall. Relax, breathe, relax, stay calm, and be yourself. And that's what the whole philosophy is
And
about.
it'll carry through.
Yes.
Billy White, my old
pleasure.
pal.
Mr. Riley, you're the best.
Thanks for making time for us. We
Thank you.
appreciate it. We're going to be back after a few messages.
Do you know that these devices in your home consume a lot of bandwidth? Do you just browse the web or download videos? Or are you an avid gamer? Are you not happy with the speed you're getting? All of these may affect your service. If you have questions regarding this, please give us a call at 1-800-342-5400 or visit our website at mhcable.com.
Welcome back. We're excited about being at the gym. This is Cus D Boxing Club. Is that right?
Yes, KO Boxing Club.
KO Boxing Club. He wouldn't let me say that. I did the open outside. My producer wouldn't let me say the KO Club. I liked it.
No, you wouldn't let
Cus
me say that?
D'Amato's KO Boxing Club. Kyle Lyle, one of the really good guys in the community. Thanks for taking time to say. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, I thank you.
How did you get involved? What's your take on this thing?
I got involved, obviously, being a community guy, growing up in Catskill my whole life. Billy White is the one who introduced me to Alvin Vermont Jr., who is from
Right.
LaPlace, Louisiana.
Right.
I got a chance to meet Alvin down in Florida, who's a professional.
Right.
At the time I got a chance to meet him, his record was 5-0.
Right.
And Billy introduced him to me because Billy's going to be one of his trainers.
Great. Yeah, Billy's an old friend of ours. Again, another community-oriented guy. Billy's been with the gym a long time. We did a piece on him with the history, so the folks already got that with Billy.
Yes.
But with people like yourself and Bill, you're now building towards the future. What do you see here, Kyle?
Oh, I see that, the Cus D KO Boxing Club for many, many years has been here, but not very active. I mean, you had people or some fighters coming through training. But, when I was growing up, it was a very active gym. Kids in the community came to the gym, worked out, Cus taught them, Teddy Atlas, the whole history, Kevin Rooney.
Right.
And that pretty much Mike Tyson during the 80s was training here as well. So, I mean, the gym became very famous because of that.
That's true. But what I like, and you and I were talking about it before we went on the air, it's about developing character of young people. Yes. Isn't that what you see?
Absolutely. I mean, this gym right now, the doors are open. We would love to see the youth get back into the gym, help build character, some confidence, give them something else to do. You'd rather see kids inside, rather than on the street.
Yeah.
And this is just another opportunity for them to do something positive.
The other thing you were telling me before we went out here to do this piece was that what you saw was if kids come in here and look at it, they can imagine a larger world.
Absolutely. If they come in, they'll get the history of Cus D, if they don't already know, and the history of the gym, and they'll get an opportunity to learn the skill of boxing.
Right.
Even if they never go on to become a professional or a boxer for their career, it's something right now that they can have fun doing.
And along with that, what I see, because I work in the media business, they come in, they can also imagine being an announcer, maybe being a reporter. The idea is to just open their minds up to more possibilities.
I smile at that because hopefully they can be as good as you, right? Absolutely.
I gave him a couple of bucks for we went out the air. But Kyle, I think what people really need to understand is the level of commitment that you folks are making to this gym. Talk to us about that.
Yes. First and foremost, I got to thank Vinny Silly and the village board.
Yeah, they've been very supportive, haven't they?
They own the gym, so meeting with him and also meeting with Davey Darling, who was a part of the gym, they gave me the opportunity now to bring Alvin to Catskill, who is a pro already, to start training out of the gym and giving me the tools and the resources necessary to help build this gym back out and get the youth back in here.
I think that's a great idea, because the other thing that we talked about also, local organizations like Kiwanis, I'm a member of Kiwanis, maybe Rotary, any of those civic organizations, they can support youth activities here at the gym.
Yeah, absolutely, and that will be part of the success. I mean, you cannot build a community, you know what I'm saying? You need the community to build a house. So the bottom line is any of those organizations that can truly help, open arms to them.
Yeah.
Especially because it's about the youth, and I know that's what very important to those organizations.
Very
is
much
to help
so.
donate money to support the youth.
Because if we look at that, they're our resource. The kids are a resource for the future.
Absolutely.
And that's what we want to do. But I like what you're doing here. It's terribly exciting. Our executive producer is watching us off camera. He actually claimed he wanted to get in the ring. I'm not sure that's wise at this point. Do you think he maybe ought to hold off a little bit?
Yeah, he should think about it a little bit more.
A little bit, yeah. I know one thing, I'm not going there.
I'm not going in either.
When you look at Alvin and look at the work he has to do, that's one of the things we need to understand too. What it takes to be a success at anything, it's commitment and hard work.
Oh, absolutely. Right now he has some success, but he has a long way to go. He's here in Catskill in New York, focused on learning the Cus D style, similar to Mike Tyson. I mean, he has the makeup of a Mike Tyson. He's got great speed. He's got great power. We're not going to put the pressure on him to be a Mike Tyson. Once in a lifetime, you can be that great. But hopefully, if he learns that style, Cus D style, and he continues to work as hard as he's doing right now, that he will get to that level one day.
What I've noticed is that great, powerful, compact body that he has.
Yes. He is short, stocky, very quick, but most important, very powerful. So he would be a very exciting boxer for people to get out to watch, because with all the hard work and training, I believe that he'll have a lot of knockouts.
I think so too. Remember, Hometown Spotlight, we're at the Cus D KO Gym.
KO Gym.
KO Gym. And we're going to meet Alvin, so stay with us.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Hometown Spotlight. We're doing a Hometown Spotlight. Custom Auto KO Gym. Alvin Vermal Jr.
Nice to meet you.
And you're from where? Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking time. You're
no
from?
It's my pleasure. Louisiana.
Louisiana. How the heck did you wind up here in New York?
You know, just the gym. Like my old trainer and I used to, you know, fight like Mike Tyson. Well, we used to try to imitate.
Right,
Mike
you
Tyson.
like that style.
Yeah,
that's what appealed to you.
Yeah.
So then you said you would pursue that style.
Exactly. You know, and then what better, you know, place to be than the Cus D Amato gym? You know. This place is like history, you know, it's like a museum.
It really is.
Yeah.
What I like too is that you have that sense of history. What I found out about you, I don't want to embarrass you, I just want to tell you, I think you're a heck of a nice young man.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm very impressed with the character, and that's something that Cus always stress. There's more to boxing. You got to be a man. You got to be somebody.
It takes character to step into that ring, you know. It takes character to, you know, endure to the end, you know. Character.
It's everything. Yeah, it's everything. Now, with that is a tremendous burden of the practice and the training. Tell us what that is, what that process is.
Well, for me, you know, a typical day of training, I'll be waking up early in the morning, like about 5, you know, get 5 miles in, 6 miles in. It varies, you know, every day is different.
Right.
But run, you know, a good run is always in the morning. Then about 1 o'clock, I go and train with my trainers.
Right.
And then from there, you know, I'm off, you know. But some days, it's 2 days, you know. I train in the morning. And I train at night.
Right.
You know, so it's all about hard work, though. You're going to get out what you put into the sport. You know, boxing is you know, even though your trainers prepare you for the match and competition, you know, at the end of the day, when it's fight night, you're the only one in there, you know, by yourself.
Right.
It's not like you can fight 2 rounds and tag your trainer.
Yeah, so
you get this round, you get the 3rd round.
Yeah,
you get the 4th round.
Yeah, I need a little help. Can I get a little bit?
It's nothing like that. So you have to be mentally, you know, prepared just as well as physically prepared because, you know, it gets rough in there.
It does. And I think that's why you know so well that it really comes down to training. If you're not prepared to do that training, you really shouldn't be fighting.
That's right. Yeah, man, you can lose your life in there, you know. And then the thing about it is people look at, you know, they look at it like you can get hurt from just a punch. Nah, you know, it was a guy named Gerald McClelland. I don't know if you
I'm not
remember
familiar
him.
with that. No, tell me about that.
He was a great fighter. He was really good. But what happened was, you know, he was fighting a guy, professional bout, and it was an accidental headbutt. And, you know, everything was all right, you know, leading up, you know, to the end of the fight. But after the fight, Gerald had to go to the hospital, you know, because he said he was getting headaches. And like I said, it was an accidental headbutt. And the conclusion of that situation, you know, now Gerald is like 80% blind, you know, 80% deaf, you know, he can't talk.
Right.
And it's scary. Can you imagine living your whole life not being able to see anything and just feeling like you're alone, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Anything can happen in boxing, so you want to give it your all, you know, because you don't want to go in there half-stepping because they can have some guys that go out there and boxing is their life, you know, and they take it serious and they got kids to feed and they have a family to look after, so they want to win by any means, you know? That's like myself. You know?
Right. So you really have to be committed, totally committed to your craft.
I wouldn't box if you weren't 100% committed. Play football, you know. You can play football, you can play basketball, you can play baseball, you can play soccer. You cannot play boxing.
No.
You can't play boxing.
No.
You can get hurt playing in boxing.
It has to be total commitment.
That's right.
One of the things I find really interesting, this is bad, I'm sorry I have to share this with you. You're one good-looking guy.
Oh man,
So,
I'm trying to be I'm trying to win at the ESPY Awards the most handsome, athlete, sexiest athlete, nails athlete.
What I'm saying is, you better protect yourself because you don't want to ruin that. Because you're right. We got a little movie star thing behind that too.
Right. Got to keep them endorsements alive. I can't be. Look at
well, I thought when he gets big, and he's going to be big, I'll be knocking on his door. Alvin, it's me. I'm back.
Play golf or something.
Yeah, we'll get together to do that. Now, as you look at this whole process with the trainers, you've had a lot of success, and you're really kind of excited about where you're going. Let's talk about your trainers a little bit.
Oh man, I have 3 wonderful trainers. You know, Billy White, he just got on. You know, Billy is really knowledgeable about the philosophy of the Cus D model style. You know, he was a Cus D model fighter himself, so he learned from Cus. You know, so that's a blessing. You know, I also have Greg Young, which was as well a Cus D model fighter, and he's different from Billy. You know, they both bring their own different you know styles to the game, and I also have my original trainer, the one that started me off, Rodney Jenkins, you know, and we just was fascinated with the Cus D amato style and Mike Tyson, period. That's still my favorite fighter, you know, and we just followed his footsteps, and he picked up because he's a historian as well. He's, you know, he loves boxing.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like gumbo. You know, down there in Louisiana, we put it all together.
Well, all we got. See, you shouldn't have done it. You know, me and food. Gumbo. You mentioned gumbo. Why don't you bring your guys in? Yeah, yeah. Come on, guys. Come on in here. Say hello. No, you mentioned gumbo. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to come down and see you in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Why don't you introduce your friends who you're training?
Well, this is Rodney Jenkins right here.
Rodney, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us today.
This is Greg Young.
Greg, how are you? Oh, I know you. You know, I hadn't seen him in so long because I live locally here, Greg. So I kind of remember that. He's seen some of my TV shows where I get free food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were supposed to bring some today.
I know. I forgot. Let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about your fella here. He's really outstanding, is he?
Yes, he is. Most definitely. We met. He was 15, about to turn 16, and he was playing football, and he wanted to come to the gym to try to get better because he wasn't getting the play he thought he should in football.
Right.
So as time progressed on, he started getting interested in what his capabilities were. He found a newfound thing, and he wanted to box. So it went from there. He went on to win the nationals. And after only like 16, 17 amateur fights, and it went on from there.
Wonderful. But you know, it's funny you mentioned that because you're right. When you're in a team sport, you're at the beck and call of somebody who's managing or coaching the process.
Exactly.
You don't get to make that call yourself. In boxing, you make the commitment, you get to say.
Exactly. You know, it's like, you know, you can't depend on somebody to block for you, or you can't depend on somebody to set the pick for you.
Right.
You have to block and set your own picks.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and the same thing is they can't tell you can't play.
Exactly.
You don't box, you're going to be in it.
You know, my Coach Doe, that was my high school football player. I always wanted to play running back, you know, and follow behind my father's footsteps.
Right.
You know, but I was a pretty stocky guy at the time, you know. But if you put the ball in my hand, I can run with it, you know.
Right.
But he never gave me my shot, you know. It's no problem. But he was making it seem like, well, you're not fast enough, Alvin. You're not fast, and then you're too small. You're too small. But it's crazy because I'm 5'8" and I'm knocking out guys that's 6 feet, 6'4".
But that's what I like about finding your own path, and you make the choice. Very great. Tell us a little bit about it.
We came out back in March. We started working together, and because he was really, after seeing him on video fight, you know, the 5 fights that he had, he looked really good. And people were comparing him to Mike. You know, he had that ability.
Right.
Guys miss punches and counter with, you know, real hard, fast combinations.
Right.
But then we got in touch, you know, and then we came up and met each other. You know, he's a very good person. You know, that was the first key thing.
That's what I know, character.
That was the most important thing that I found working. We worked together for a month.
It doesn't take long to spot it, does it?
No.
You know, whether the guy, he's all in or he's not all in.
And he's consistent. He's true. You know, he's just a good person, and he deserves.
Well, we were talking earlier. We were talking with Billy. I'm trying to remember where we are, producer. Did we talk to Billy? No, but we're talking to Billy White, and I've talked to him off camera as well. And that is, you got to be more than what you do. Right. You're a great you're a great boxer, but you're not a great person. I'm not so sure what my interest in you is. But I noticed when I came in here, first thing that caught my attention, he was pleased to see us, warm and welcoming. It has a great deal to do with who you're going to be as a person. Right?
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah,
Appreciate that.
yeah. Well, but I have to tell you, I'm impressed with all you guys, and now I'm going to be betting my future on you too. Because when you get there, I'll be in the photo. It'll be me and Alvin. We're going to be winners. I like to associate myself with winners. Great, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too as well.
Keep that good work up because we're going to have a lot of success here. We're going to be right back after a few words.
Do you know that these devices in your home consume a lot of bandwidth? Do you just browse the web or download videos? Or are you an avid gamer? Are you not happy with the speed you're getting? All of these may affect your service. If you have questions regarding this, please give us a call at 1-800-342-5400 or visit our website at mhcable.com.
Kyle, I just visited with Alvin. What a fine young man he is.
Yes,
what
he
a
is.
fine young
Yes,
man.
he is.
He's going to be some big success. That's something you feel very good about.
Absolutely. Next champ.
Next champ.
Coming out of Catskill, New York. Cus D
KO Gym.
Next champion. Absolutely.
But that's really why you have this whole passion about bringing the gym back into the spotlight of our community, right?
Yeah, this is for our community. This is huge to get the gym doors completely open for anyone to come visit the gym.
Right.
If you're coming to Catskill and you're a tourist and you want to come visit the gym and take a look at the history of it,
here.
it's here.
There's
if you
history
want to be someone from anywhere locally or around the world to come back to this gym and train or work out, you can. But most importantly, with the youth of Catskill is who we're trying to bring into the gym and get them a part of this again.
I think it's important. You and I talked off camera about maybe bringing one of the local civic organization groups in there, maybe sponsor some kids' activities. I think it's a great idea. You've got a project coming up. Tell us about that.
Catskill, New York, on November 14th at the Catskill High School. We plan on having a live pro boxing show. It's been a long time since we had a pro boxing show here, and we're excited about it.
They were always successful here. They were always successful here in Catskill.
And they'll get an opportunity to come out and see Alvin Vermaul Jr. at work.
Oh, he is something. He is something special. But it's important to have that signature event.
Absolutely.
To put yourselves on the map.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be very, very important. Again, November 14th, Catskill High School, pro boxing.
Pro boxing.
Sponsored by the Cus D KO Gym.
Yes. And the Village of Catskill.
And the Village of Catskill.
Trustees.
Again, the trustees, village government has been very, very supportive from day one. They know what the value is.
Absolutely.
And we want the community to know this is a place that we have to support and help it grow. If they want to do something for you, how do they make contact with you?
We do have a website, so they have to get in contact through our website.
Right, and I didn't tell you to bring that information today. I apologize, but we'll get the information. We'll put it up on the screen.
Absolutely. And listen, in order for this to work out, we need the support from the community, from the people, to make this a success.
And I think they'll want to. When they see the show, when they meet Alvin, great guy.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, I'm so thrilled. When he makes it, I'm going to be so proud because I knew him when. You know what I mean? I knew him when. And we're pals because he's the kind of guy, he won't forget you. Alvin won't forget you. No, he always
has a big heart.
He's big heart.
And he's working very hard.
Great guy. So send us money, send us support. And we're not really talking about money. What we're talking about is passion, commitment, and support for the gym. It's important, isn't it?
Absolutely, it's important. And we will thank you ahead of time.
Ahead of time.
And I want to say thank you to Mr. Riley.
Thank you.
And Mid-Hudson Cable.
Oh, no,
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I tell you, we got as much out of this as you guys did. It's been a great visit. Our producer's been smiling all day. Yeah. I know it's a great activity you want to be involved in. Support the gym, Cus D KO Gym. We love it. We love Kyle Lyle. I don't owe him money. I just feel good about him. He's a good community supporter. Get involved for the kids. Do something for the gym. You're going to be very glad you did. We also want you to join us again real soon on Hometown Spotlight. We'll see you soon.